Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. We're going to be doing some new brow products. We're going to be doing a new foundation, blush, bronzer. Yeah, if you're up for it, just keep watching. This isn't new, but we're going to use the NYX Marshmallow Primer because I got this. This is new, the NYX Marshmallow Primer Setting Spray. I have high hopes for this because I really like this. Let's do that really quick. If you've never seen the NYX Marshmallow Primer, it's a hydrating primer. It has skincare ingredients in it that we love. We love that, don't we? Yes, we do. Anyway, I really like that stuff. And we're just going to put that on. Anyway, I have been eyeing this foundation from MAC for a little bit now. It's the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powered. I used the Pro Longwear, the one that kind of went with this concealer, which we'll be using today because MAC and MAC, you know, if you got it, why not? But I think I have not used any of their others, but I've just been so curious about this one because, you know, it's the serum powered and I've been getting more into that kind of a look. So we're going to open this up and use it. I have it in the shade NW13. I've told you before in a video that probably can't be found anywhere. By that I mean the tip is buried. But long time ago I used to be confused by this. MAC comes in either NW or NC. And I thought I would be NC. No, it's just the opposite. Take everything that you think you know about shades and throw them out the window for MAC. So instead of being in C13, I'm in W13, or at least I am in the Studio Fix, and that's their powder foundation, which that should be the powder we use today. But it's, you know, it's a foundation of its own. I don't know, it might be a little too heavy over this for us to see what this does. We'll go on this side of my face with a brush, and we'll go on this side of my face with a sponge. So there's one pump. We're just gonna put this, I hope I'm not doing this out of order of what I wanted to do. I've got the eyeshadow on because it's not new. We're not, you know, talking about eyeshadow today. I could probably just put that on with my fingers, but okay. So sponge is my preference, and that's why we're gonna do that here. I like that. That looks really nice. You know, I don't understand what happened. Why did everybody stop using MAC? MAC, I love MAC. I should do a whole face of MAC. I love MAC. It's just, you know, some things get buried because of the constant influx of new makeup. Let's use this BK Beauty 101, which is my favorite foundation brush by them. And put this on and see how it looks. How does she look with a brush? Still really good. Initial application anyway. Still looks really good. It is thinned out a little on the sponge side. We were kind of expecting that though, right? And this seems to be a pretty good match for me, which isn't shocking to me because I just told you that that's my shade match at MAC, right? Okay. This is what I would call lightweight, probably can be built up to medium. See, we can still see that. So, it's okay. It's okay. I like that. Now, from this point, I could go one of two routes. I could take my setting spray on my sponge and just set it and not put any powder on, but I am going to use powder. So I'm going to get in the Glitzy Fritzy of the old basket. And the powder that I have there for the month is my Lancome. It's the Dual Finish, which, you know what, is also a powder foundation. So let's not do that. Let's get MAC Studio Fix, since that's the same kind of powder, and use that instead. There she be in NW13. Because it's compact, I'm gonna use a brush. So I'm gonna get my Tom Ford. It's clean. You can also see a goat hair coming off there. And if you say, Mary, Tom Ford is synthetic, then I'm gonna say, but they used to be goat hair. And I have them from when they were goat hair. Wow, this one's kind of pokey compared to my rephr brushes. You would expect Tom Ford to use high quality goat hair, right? Is that why I stopped using this brush? Because it was pokey and also shedding? Why did I do that? Because I've not done my concealer yet. Ugh. Oh well, at least it's a light application. We're going to use this today because we are using all other MAC foundation kind of things. So why not? Let's see how this does. Because normally what I would do is I would take a setting spray then, and I'm going to put some over here on my hand. And here's my concealer sponge. Just going to dab that up a little bit. And let's put a little bit. We ain't going to need all that for sure. We ain't going to need that for sure. And we'll just come up underneath here and add that to our look. Haven't done that eye yet, so you can see the difference the concealer makes. And if you can get a half pump out of that thing, you should. I'm just going to go ahead and bring that right up through here. Kind of clean that up a little. And away we go. So then I went to e.l.f. because my brow product that I love from them, well, it dried up. But while I was there getting that and another sponge cleaner, I saw these two new things here. We have Primer Infused Bronzer and we have Primer Infused Matte Blush. It looks like the blush has jojoba oil and vitamin E. No scent. Let's see what the... Oh, that looks like a nice color I will like. I usually like a fluffier, like a powder kind of situation brush to put on bronzer. But there we go. That's pretty. She pretty. I was trying to stop doing that because I have been obsessed with this channel, First Feast or something like that. And it's like watching celebrities eat hot wings. I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with this channel. I've just been like letting it run through different ones. And Cardi B, who I'm just going to go on the record right now and say, she's a cute girl, okay? But I mean, the mouth on that one. I wonder, like sometimes wonder, like, when you get older, are you going to regret? But anyway, we're not going to get into that. What I want to say is that, so she was doing this, right? And she's going, oh, she's cute about the barbecue sauce. And I thought, well, yeah, but you kind of say that on cosmetics. Oh, she's cute. Oh, like that is a, I digress. This is Always Fresh, and this is definitely a peachy color. I was going to use this Sonia G cheek. I think we better use something fluffy. I don't usually lean into peach that much. I must have not understood that this was peachy. Yeah, well, you look nice. How's you feel? Okay. And it's not that I can't wear peach. I can wear peach. It's just not my favorite. Pink based is more my favorite. Let's go ahead and try this setting spray here. Let's see how it comes out first. Okay. That seems to be a nice wet mist. I mean, that is wet. So let's dry that down, but I don't think it looks matte. It looks like it might be just a little bit dewy. That's interesting, right? They put this in a sealed package. Interesting. Okay, I think one of you, oh, that's creamy. Oh, I got this because I think when I saw it, okay, I was like, oh, Persona. I remember they had an eyeshadow palette I liked. And then I thought, wow, I'm going to give this a try. And then it clicked with me. Didn't somebody tell me to try this specifically in my water and tight line? So let's do that. Okay, we have got a dark eye going on here, and I'm going to get even darker. I also see in the Tim By that I have some fallout from just fixing my eyeshadow. That ticks me off. Look at that. By the way, that's not wanting to come off there very well. I mean, it didn't glide right into my waterline, but once it's in there, it might stay. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to full on take it off. And for people who have asked me why I don't put on foundation and then eyeshadow, that's why. All right, let's finish up what we were doing. It's not wanting to go in the waterline very well, but it is gliding really well through the lash line. For as creamy as it is, you know, I expected it to really want to stay there. Let's try the tight line. Same, it's not wanting to go into the tight line. Now it just glides through the lash line. Let me get my other eyeliner and finish the job. I'll be back in just a few minutes. I want to get my mascara on and then we will return to the brow situation. All right, we have 3 new brow products here. This one here is not new to me, but it's brand new. Okay, so I went over and I got a new Benefit Goof Proof because I haven't had this one in a while. I got the Precisely My Brow Detailer because these do tend to break. The reason I wanted this is because I've been liking these little tipped ones, all right, so that I can detail the front where I have no hair. And, you know, I'm surprised that they didn't think of this first. I think they thought they were small enough with Precisely My Brow. And then people started coming out with like Huda and Kosas and, you know, coming out with these micro ones. And they went, hey, we can't be outdone by them. I don't think that plastic piece there on the end is supposed to come off. I think it's supposed to like support that. And Goof Proof I fell in love with before there was a Precisely My Brow. The other product that I picked up was Anastasia's Brow Freeze Gel. Now this is not the one in the container, obviously. This is in a tube. I think they're trying to dupe Benefit's My Beloved 24-hour brow setter because the picture online looked like the brush was similar. We're gonna do Benefit on one side and Anastasia on the other and just see. But first, let's use this Goof Proof to carve in the back part of my brow. All right, and I'm just gonna, I have it in shade 3.5. 3.5, you know, I love Benefit's brow products, okay? But after I went gray, it's like the gray doesn't really work for me that well. It's a little too dark. And, you know, a lot of their brow products are too warm for me. So what I've done is I've gone back to 3.5, which is what I wore prior to going gray. And we'll just put that in and see. Man, I love this pencil. When Precisely My Brow came out, I jumped off of Goof Proof and went for that one. But I do really like the blade kind of a, you know, brow pencil. I think they kicked me off their PR list for telling you guys that they sent me a bunch of products that were outdated, you know. Like, let's send the expired products to the little influencer because she'll be so grateful to get Benefit that she'll never say that, right? Well, they haven't sent me anything since I did that. But this is how it's supposed to work. Glide in, okay? And this I know has to be because this couldn't be old enough, couldn't possibly be old enough to be anything less than perfect as far as the formulation goes. So let's get that up here. All right, then I'm gonna come to the front of my brow and just draw a hair. And then another one, and another one. Yes, perfect. This is actually creamy enough that I don't have to press really hard to draw the hairs, which is how the other ones break. Huda one I broke off, and you know, I just probably had it up too high. And the same went with the Kosas Nano. If I'm not careful, I'll break it off. But I guess this thing is supporting it because I'm able to do that very easily. And it's creamy enough to draw these hairs like a pen would, but, you know, not break off. Okay. Now I'm looking for that not to blend all together when I rake through, which it kind of does a little bit, but I mean, it's okay. I want the hairs to stay. If I took the time to detail out hairs, I want them to stay, not blend all together when I comb through with the spoolie. I'll just have to work with it more and see what the best way to do this is. But I do love it so far. It's very creamy and I can do that. Now, as you probably know, I don't have any hair up there. Well, I do have a few, but they're so light. See, now I like that. I like the way that looks right there. This is a little bit too much color. But I'll just have to play with it for a little bit and see. And it's perfect that I got this because the Kosas one is what's in the Fritzyville basket. And without giving anything away, I'll just say that I can pull this in. It's when I run the spoolie through there that, see, it starts to blend together and I lose the detail that I just went through there with. I'll play with it some more. Maybe you gotta let it set a little bit longer. Right, we'll use Benefit on the right and the new Anastasia Brow Gel Freeze thing on the left. They've done a pretty good job of duping out that brush, but look, it comes out really stringy and wet. So you're gonna need to wipe some of this off. Let's see, I'm kind of nervous. What about you? I'm just wiping that off on my hand right there because I want to see something. Now, I do want to say this Benefit one is old. It's almost time to retire it. And I just put a little bit of it on the back of my hand too. And I have been wearing Brow Setter for a pretty long time and tried to find others to match it for a pretty long time. So I feel like I would know, even though this is an older product, I'm gonna know whether or not the Anastasia Beverly Hills is the same or not. On the back of my hands, they feel identical. Gonna go do my hair, all right? And then I will be back to give you my final thoughts on everything I used. Started out here. It's a beautiful finish. It really, really is. I'll have to do a voiceover though and let you know how this did as the day went on. Did it start to make me look old, settle, or anything like that? I'll let you know in a voiceover. I wasn't paying attention when I was doing my brows to anything but my brows, and I want you to notice that I didn't see it was settling even before I finished my makeup into the lines of my forehead. Now that is where the deepest wrinkles that I have are. I wear my hair in such a way that, you know, after I'm finished with my makeup, you can't really notice it that well, especially if I take a tissue and wipe off the makeup on my forehead a little bit. However, I did also notice that about the 4th hour, it was showing some settling in my nasolabial folds and my marionette lines, which I don't feel really all that pronounced yet. And I can't really blame the Studio Fix for this since I only used a light dusting of that. I mean, it's not disgusting looking, but I wouldn't reach for this over other foundations that I know don't do this. Some of it's going to depend on how this, held it on. Be letting you know that too, but initially I like them both. The sprayer on this, it does come out a little bit wet, okay? So far, I haven't noticed any big droplets. It says it's matte, but I do think it imparts maybe a little bit of a glow to it, even though it says it's matte. But I'll let you know whether or not it held on to this foundation all day. This gets an A+. Every bit of the foundation was still on my face at the end of the night. Let me feel these with my finger and see. That is very creamy. So I do believe there is a oil in that. And what about this here? The bronzer also feels creamy but drier than the blush. So I think that both of these are really pretty shades. And like I said, this is a peach, but it's not so peach that I can't wear it. They blend very nice. They don't take much. And I really like these also. The Persona eyeliner. In good conscience, I can't really tell you yay or nay on this yet. My initial response on this is no, but it does seem to be staying in the waterline. I mean, a lot of liners will, by the time I've done my hair and stuff, already be out here at the outside. And it's not, it's still there. So even though I don't think it went in very nice, I had to really work to get it in there. does seem to be staying there. So I'll have to get back to you on this. Now the brows. So very happy to have my Goof Proof back and in its correct formula. You shouldn't have to like hurt your face to try and get your brow pencil to work. And I knew, because I've used Benefit for years. This detailer, I really do like the way it goes on before you use the spoolie on it. Now, maybe coming back over it after you've done that, maybe that's the trick. But of the nano, you know, kind of brow pencils that I've used, this one is my favorite. It's better than the Kosas. It's better than the Huda. I really do like it. It's got a shorter little tiny spoolie on it. And yeah, I'm giving a thumbs up on this. That brings us to the Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel. I cleaned the brushes off so that I could touch them. They feel exactly the same. I'm going to come up here real close so you can take a look at these and see if you know which one is which. So hopefully you were able to see them. They're so very close. It's not funny. When you feel them, they feel the same. They're both bendy. This one is kind of a more gray color than this one. This one is jet black. They both have the short side and the long side. But this one here, its bristles on the long side are spaced out more. Did you catch that? If you guessed that this one is Anastasia Beverly Hills, then you are correct. The Benefit long side has double row of these long bristles, whereas this just like has a single row. And you know I've always said that this brow brush is about half of the reason Benefit is so good. The other, of course, is the formula. The formula on the back of my hand, I put the Anastasia Beverly Hills here and the Benefit here. You do remember that? It wasn't that long ago in your time. And I felt them and they felt exactly the same. They look exactly the same. They have the exact same hold. The Benefit's got a little bit better stopper on its brush than Anastasia Beverly Hills does. It does pull off this trail and this ball of gel at the end every time, if you can see that. So I'm going to go ahead and say that somebody finally duped this. However, they're the same price. So, you know, the goal is to get this cheaper. And you're not getting it cheaper. They cost the same thing. I think what it's going to have to come down to for you is whether or not you like Benefit more than you like Anastasia Beverly Hills, or whether you like Anastasia Beverly Hills better than you like Benefit. And that's it. So leave me your thoughts below. Want to know, do you have any of these products? What do you think of them? Tell me. I'm really curious to know that. And I'm going to let you know that you are the best part of the Fritzy family. And if you're not having a blessed day, the way that you get one is to be a blessing to somebody else. And Lord willing, until next time, love you, see ya, bye, and I'm out.
It's the Mac, it's the Mick, it's the Mickey Mouse Club. Yeah, MICKEYMOUSE. Hey, you know what today is? Tuesday. And today is Tuesday, you know what that means. We're gonna have a special guest. It's me. No, anyway, let's shake up these two things. I said shake, rattle, and roll. I said shake, rattle, and roll. I said shake, rattle, and roll. Well, bless my soul. I'd love to be in on the thought process of my brain. It's something that happens independent of me. You might have noticed that. Use this BK Birdie. She's got the look. She's got the look. Sure enough to be cooking in my book. Or anybody else's book, right? Oh my gosh, I think I have flaked off eye booger right there. Really? Really? Well, let's set it. If you're a full coverage. But, so these two also, so these two, can you guys do that Vulcan thing? Because I can't. What you don't see is, see, that's what I gotta do.